Well, hello and welcome people of the internet back to some Asgard's Fall. This is the second playtest. The first one ended back in September. Had a lot of fun with the first time, although there wasn't a whole lot of content in the game. What was there, I actually had a lot of fun with and actually did a lot of grinding. Now in the second playtest, there is quite a bit more to do. There's a lot more features. As you can see here, the first time we played, there was only this little shrine here. Now we have a little blood pool and a little tent over tent. Whatever you want to call it. It's meta progression. So I think the first big thing that I want to talk about, because let's do this and then we'll jump into the actual game. Let's talk about the meta progression. So this system was here before, right? But it has changed a bit in how you actually progress through it. Before, you had to actually defeat bosses to get stars, stones, whatever they were, the currency, right? You had to beat the bosses. So for every run, you only got 2 points. The bad thing about this too was that if you were having trouble either getting to the boss or defeating the first boss, you could basically play for 10 minutes and then make literal 0 progress. That system has completely changed. So now it is a level-based system. So the more you fight, the more you level up each of the characters. Right now, there's still only 2. There's the warrior and the huntress or archer. So even if you make it to the boss and you don't kill her, you will be able to get through this tree and you will be able to strengthen up your characters, which is a very, very nice change. Really appreciate that one. As far as I know, I think this is all the same. I haven't gone through and compared, so I'll kind of hover over quickly. You know, if you guys want to look through, you can definitely compare, but it all seems pretty straightforward stuff to me. Now over here we have our additional difficulties. So it looks like eventually there will be increased difficulty, or increased rewards rather, for actually taking on additional difficulty. You can see each of these you can take up 10%. I think 10%. Let me just double check that everything is 10%. 10, 10, 10. It looks to be the case. Except for the last 2, in which case they're flat numbers. But you will be able to, it looks like, scale this up. So right now you can only go to 5, and it looks like you then have to conquer a realm with 5, and then it will probably go to 10, 15, 20, and so on, and it will probably scale the rewards you get. Now, what rewards are we getting? Because this has completely changed. We get a whole bunch of different items. So we have a bunch of different currencies, kind of items, however you want to look at it, over on the left here, and these are all going to be spent to buy these. Now, these are our patterns that can go into our war paint. There's a little bit of an inventory management system here. So as you can see, I already have one. I have the Warrior's First Right, which is a common one. It is a common one. So for each of these, there's going to be currencies you need, and then each one will give you some kind of bonus. So for example, draw at least one ability of type fire. So this is going to make it one of the things that was a little bit more frustrating in the first playtest was that it was difficult to facilitate a certain build that you wanted. You kind of just had to hope you get the skills you wanted. You could always re-roll, but sometimes you just, wouldn't get it. This allows you to kind of help force that along. So for example, draw at least one ability of type physical the first time you are offered abilities. There are common, epic, and legendary. So for example, increases the chance that abilities of type physical will be offered to you by 70%. So if you really want to go physical, boom, you go right here. Now you can see each of the war paints is a different shape. So like there's 4 here that are the same shape. This one's a little bit different. The epics are all a little smaller, so on and so forth. Commons are a little bit smaller, and then you have stat base, which is just, I'm assuming, 1 square here. So actually we can go ahead and get bleed chance. Why not? Buy that, put that just right up here. Boom, easy enough. There's a whole bunch. So right there's common, and it will show you exactly where you need to go to farm these materials. So it looks like a lot of these you're going to have to farm very specific maps. The common ones a little bit less specific, and then legendaries. I believe legendaries only drop from bosses, which is why I only have 4 here. I've only completed 1 run, so I think this was 2 from the first boss and 2 from the snake boss in the first area. But yeah, so this is a really cool system. Right now, I will say that the power-ups you can get are fairly basic, right? Even the legendary ones are just increase the type of skill or ability that you get, but I am assuming that the system will kind of flesh out as the game gets built. And as for right now, I think the system is a really nice one. So let's go ahead and jump in. We actually have a new map here that I haven't checked out yet. So I think that we've already done Muspelheim. Right, Midgard and Muspelheim were here, because Jotunheim we haven't checked out yet. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do Jotunheim at all. this is not Jotunheim. And I quit the game. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go to the main menu. That's okay. That's okay. We just go back to the library. We just hit play. Boom. Open up the game. No sweat. Easy enough. That was supposed to be a main. That was supposed to be a surrender. I thought quit was going to quit the actual run. It actually quit the game. That's okay. We jump back in. We go in here. Did I not click on Jotunheim? Okay, I must not have clicked it. I must have just hovered over it. The map is a little bit different. It's still, you know, it shows you where the shrines are at least, but getting your bearing as to where you are, it doesn't really do a whole lot of that just yet. The icons have changed a little bit, so now rather than just being dots, there's actual symbols here. I'll be honest, I kind of liked the charm of the symbols, while they didn't really tell you anything. I don't know, this almost feels more placeholder than what was there before, to me personally. But ultimately, that's not a big deal. I think the mini-map system in general needs to be a little bit more fleshed out. Because right now, like, for example, right now where I'm walking, the mini-map just tells me nothing. Yeah, I'm going to be honest right now, I don't think that we're going to be able to complete this. Compared to the damage I was doing on Midgard earlier, these guys are just taking way too many hits. We'll definitely give it our best, right? And maybe we'll get to see that first boss. But I don't know, our damage is not looking too hot compared to where I was at before. But I gotta go get these shrines. We also gotta level up. I should probably focus on leveling up a little bit more before I get these shrines. That way we get our abilities and then can start working down these enemies. That would probably be intelligent. So you can see there, all these enemies are going to drop the different currencies that we need for war paints. And we'll also get a bunch when we obviously defeat bosses. They drop more than just their legendary materials. So here, I think I'm just going to go for Whirl Slash. And go for a physical build. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up the shrine. Now, I'm going to keep my eye out because I am, well, of course, I've played Midgard before, but I just played it a couple hours ago, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. What do we want here? Ooh. Okay, I'm actually going to take this Knot of Fate. It's a weird one to take early on, just because it's not going to give us any stats for a little while, but if we're going physical build, that's going to give us a lot of extra damage. So since Midgard is kind of fresh in my mind, what I was going to mention here is so far the enemies that I'm seeing are kind of just reskins of the Midgard enemies. Now that being said, again, we're in second playtest mode here, so it's not like we're a week out from full release, right? So stuff like that, I'm not going to take I'm not gonna gripe on it too much because everything else I've seen from the game doesn't necessarily imply that it's just going to be like the same enemies over and over again. Like, Muspelheim was very different when we played it. Very different. It was like a whole different experience. Oh, no. Okay, we gotta start focusing on kills rather than shrines. Shrines, probably not worth it to just focus those down. It's one of those things that I've just done out of habit, is just cleared out the shrines first. So I'm actually gonna take Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw can actually be pretty strong. We're gonna have to work on leveling it up though, obviously. Yeah, I remember I played this a lot. I don't know exactly how many hours. I didn't mention it before, so I should probably mention it now. In case you guys did play a lot of the demo, it should be kind of self-evident, but let's see. So let's take the 2 attack speed here. That any progress you made in the first playtest has been reset, mainly just because of how the meta progression system is laid out now, where it's all new currency. Okay, let's take Fenrir's Claws here, just more physical. So you will have to kind of start over, which sucks because I probably put I don't know, maybe 8-ish hours leveling up the characters. Okay, I don't want any of these, so we're gonna re-roll this. Nope, none of this. Hopefully getting either crit chance. I don't have many rerolls left. Ooh, there we go. Increased physical damage. It's only 1 rune power, which kind of does suck. It's what, 12%? 12% is kind of okay to multiply, so I'm going to put it kind of out in the open instead of over to the side. And then, let's see. That's just not strong enough. We get more. No, we got more. There we go. I will take that. 50% increase in damage on Blood Veil, definitely. Definitely. We got an additional dash, damage, max health. Let's go for the dash. And I'm just going to put it over here, so now we complete this. So now there's more damage there as well. So we just got a big spike in our damage. Love to see that. Ooh, that's a 75% increase in damage on our main attack. Let's definitely pick that one up. We're definitely slow attacking, though, so cooldown will be mighty nice. We actually have a pretty nice multiplier here. We can multiply our dash amount and our attack speed. Is that what we want to do? We could also just do multiply our attacks. Well, actually, probably better is to do... No, I was just saying attack speed. So if I put this up here, we can multiply the attack speed by 2, and then we can find something else we want to multiply later, like crit chance. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for these changes. I think that the options now to start, like, having more structured builds for each of the characters. Okay, I'm looking now for my last physical. There's Hugin and Moonin, which I think we're going to go for. The cooldown is nice. Yeah, we're just going to take these guys. We're going to take our... Oh, we got one more skill to go. What's the other physical skill? Oh, yeah, right. There's a whirlwind that we can take. But, I mean, I had a lot of fun with this game back when it was pretty bare bones in the first playtest. So now there's all kinds of content here to unlock and work on builds and stuff. So this is not... I made the mistake in my first round. This is not crit chance. This is crit damage. So we do want to get that crit strike up first. Physical attacks have a 5% chance to generate a stacking buff, increase attack speed by 1%. The buff gets removed when taking damage. Yeah, we're definitely taking this. Question is, where am I putting it? Now, this multiplier does not multiply rune power. So the rune power is always going to stay the same, and we need to get to 7. So I could put this here. We're not going to get anything out of it, but we can put like a kind of a 2 that we don't really care about multiplying up here. Because if I put it here, yeah, that's the only place. No, this is the only place that I'm getting 5. Okay, let's do that. But we got a magnet down here, so I'm going to grab these shrines first. There is a slightly new feature to... Oh, Shattering Ground. That's right. Yeah, I definitely want Shattering Ground. Oh, right. I already have the Whirlwind, you dingus. There is a slightly new feature, I think. I'm going to be honest. I don't actually know if it's 100% new. I never saw it before, but I also never had really bad damage. The very first run... So I guess I've technically done 2 runs. The first run I did, my damage was just garbage. If you don't kill the boss fast enough, I think it's 2 minutes. If you don't kill the boss in 2 minutes, then gameplay restarts and enemies enter the map again. So, yeah. We have increase in damage here, which we could pop up. I think I'm just going to reroll. Health regen is actually pretty nice. But health regen is one that I'm going to want to multiply. So I think that's fine. I'm gonna pop that in the 2x. Getting that regen early is going to be pretty beneficial for us. I do have a health bonus, and I also do have an armor bonus, though. Okay, so for dagger throw, I ideally want to get count. Wow, that's really strong, though. Okay, we're just going basic attack damage. That's just big damage. That'll just help us kill the bosses quicker. If they're going to keep giving me legendaries... Okay, yep. See, this is a new enemy. He's doing something new. I approve. Right? These little guys are doing the same thing that the first enemies on Midgard were doing. We have the archer characters, and then we have the bears, which are doing the same thing as the pigs. Bleed, dodge. No, we're going to reroll this. Bleed, dash, move. Nope. Okay, what do we have? Odin's Sacrifice. No, thank you. Shock, dodge. No. More health regen. Okay, well, there's the 2, so I'm going to pop that up there. So now we have, let's see, is this showing the 2? I think that's showing, yeah, that's showing the 2x. So we have 6 health regen. We now have the Blood Frenzy, so while we're not getting attacked, or while we're not getting hit, excuse me, we have a chance of getting our attack speed up, which will stack. And especially in the later game, because I did take that node. Oh, wait, can we actually slip? Oh, yeah, move speed. Or I should say, like, handling on your character on ice, really weird there. Really weird. It pretty much exactly how you'd think it would play. If you get your damage high enough... Ooh, do we want to take that? I kind of... To be completely fair, we could take this upgrade. I'm actually not going to. I know, or I should say, from my previous runs that I've done, these guys don't end up doing that much damage. So I would rather get like a higher amount count on dagger throw. So I'm going to reroll here for pretty much claws. No, I think... Okay, I'm fine with going with the rare shattering ground. Totally fine with that. Because eventually, if we get the daggers... Okay. If we get the daggers high enough in amount... Or I think at some point... Okay, those are exploding faster than I thought they would. We can get piercing up, and if we get their piercing up, we can just, like, mow down waves of enemies. Ooh, that's some good physical damage. Okay, everything we do is physical. So, this is a 2... Right now, here we have, what, 5? If I put it here, we could do a 4 here. This makes it 7. And I could put something else here to make it a 9 if I needed to. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to reroll all this. What really got me the first time when I was doing my test runs is that level up sounds like I'm taking damage. And I was getting worried that, like, the game was telling you it was paused as the leveling up screen, like, came on. But I thought that I was still able to take damage. That's nothing. It's just a level up sound. Oh my god, do they keep... I don't think... I just don't need this anymore. Is the thing, right? They could keep giving it to me, but ultimately there's going to be diminishing returns, so I actually am going to pass up on this. I don't need the damage either because my damage is already so good. I am just going to take this 6 shattering ground. This is just going to be really good for clearing out a bunch of enemies. It seems good. The game keeps wanting to give me these legendary Blood Veil upgrades, but at the end of the day, I need something more than just my 1 slash doing damage. Just flat damage, node multiplier, but there's nothing we can really do. I don't know how good flat damage is against, I guess this, well, actually, if this is a 50% chance, oh my god, if that's 50% increase, then heck yeah. So, right now, there's no real benefit of putting this anywhere. I didn't realize that walking through him. Maybe I was in the damage area. I thought I was just walking through him, though. It's good. This is one of those games where I almost have to, like... You know those books where you have to look at them, like, a very specific way in order to see the image? You gotta, like, half cross your eyes. We're taking the dagger throw so we get more daggers. This is one of those games I feel like I have to do that and just, like, zone out a little bit, because if I focus too hard, there's just, like, too much on the screen for my brain to comprehend everything that I'm seeing. And I almost have to look at this as, like, a blurry game. Which is weird. I don't know if anyone else does that, has to, like, unfocus in order to focus harder. Okay, so we're getting plenty of food, just no magnets. We need more magnets. Magnets would be great. Elemental Harmony. We are doing a little bit of bleed. I don't know. I kind of just want to go for, like, something like that. Oh, well, it's only 2%. Okay, so we're going to take this. It's an 8, so we'll put it in here. Wait, is that really only 7? 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. God dang, man, that is only 7 because I said I could do 9. That's 5. Okay. It is what it is. That's how we set it up. Ooh, size on Whirl Slash is very nice. Very nice. One of the things that I actually, the weakness of Whirl Slash that I found is its size. So getting the ability size is actually quite good. I think, though, getting some move speed would kind of be nice, too. Just so that way I wouldn't have to dash through all those projectiles that, like the area effects that follow you. And I could just run through them as opposed to needing to kind of dodge through them. If I was a little bit faster, I don't think I'd have to 100% worry about that. But, I mean, our damage now compared to where we were at... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, well, we're taking the 18% increased physical damage. That pops that, so now we have a 5% chance. I think this means all of our abilities. It does say attacks, so it could just be our main attack, our Blood Veil, but I'm assuming that this is any of our physical attacks. There's a 5% chance to reset the cooldown. And, okay, we are at boss time, so that was kind of a nice time to get that. Oh, God! Oh, we have an archer boss. Okay, that's totally new. Oh, and you bring summons? Okay, okay, got it. What else do you do? Wait, what was that? Is that like a point? Why is that green all of a sudden? Is that just indicating when I should dodge? I mean, either way, is that your bleed ticking? Or is that the birds attacking you? Either way, you're taking crazy damage. Okay, so she's whistling, so she's calling in the pups. Yep, but the pups die very fast. It's alright, we just stay nice and close. We get behind. All we gotta do is keep slamming her from behind, and then it'll be totally, totally good. We got no problems. Ah, okay, so the green is indicating that I am safe behind. Got it. Okay, let's bring her up here so that way I can actually see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so now the bosses drop chests, so we pick that up. We get our legendary and then a couple other rewards. And now enemies should resume here, I would assume. Excuse me. I would assume they're coming back at some point. Ooh, what do you want here? Do we want the damage increase? No, because I want to go pierce amount. Pierce amount is much better. Maybe it's time. Maybe literally at 12 minutes, that's when enemies start showing up again? Ah, okay. So it doesn't look like it's, like, boss-specific. It's just 12 minutes is when they start. So if you were to defeat the boss in 30 seconds, you might have a minute and a half reprieve. Which I don't necessarily think should be the case. I think it should probably just, you know, if the boss died, there should be, like, a check. Whereas if the boss is dead, you know, 5 seconds later, enemies start spawning. Let's see. Is there anything that I really care about multiplying? That would be not bad, but I'd rather, like, double up here, maybe. Dodge chance. That's just flat damage. I mean, 7 flat damage is just shy of half. It's like 40%. So I would put that there. This is a 2. That means that's a 5. Right here, right now, we could make it an 8. Okay, let's do that. Let's prep that for an 8. Oh, God, get away from me, polar bear. Ah, God, we did get hit. It's okay. Every once in a while... Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. We take those legendaries all day. Especially with our Pierce now, we're just going to be running through them all. Let's actually go pick up this apple. Why not? Down in the bottom corner of the map. Yeah, so my character right now, I do have 100 extra health from meta-progression, and I think I also have... It's either 5 or 10% extra armor. I don't remember how many points I put into armor. Yeah, I need to... okay, so I want to get some move speed. Like, we are cooking on damage. I think at this point I can afford... Hey, look at that. Ask and you shall receive. So... What is the most potentially advantageous? I think if we got like a 3 here, that would be pretty hot. So I'm going to put this over here. Yeah, I mean, we're just rolling through enemies here. Obviously, we're taking a casual hit or two, but we're mostly recovering the damage. Obviously, we lose some of that attack speed, so if we wanted to play perfectly, I would worry about it, but I'm going to be honest, guys. It's late. I've had work all day, and do I want to take the effort to play 100% perfectly and try and dodge? Oh, buddy. Not really. As long as we win. Like, if I start taking so much damage that I'm on the verge of dying, absolutely, I'll start playing way better. But right now, we can afford to play a little bit sloppily because we got good regen, we got good armor, and we got good kills. And we just do massive damage. Yeah, that's not... 4% crit chance? No, we can get a better one. We have so many points here as well. 14% attack speed, though, that's... I mean, I'm taking that. When life gives you lemons... I don't know. I personally am not a big fan of lemonade, so I'd go with, like... lemon meringue. Okay, you're gonna pump up our dagger throw, huh? Not gonna say no to that. I am not gonna say no to that. And that's clearly gonna show in the final... What keeps popping? Is that my audio or is that the game audio? Yeah, when we take a look at the stats at the end of the round, we're going to see how... It's going to be really hilarious when Dagger is, like, literally at the bottom and we got all these upgrades. I don't think it will be, but it would be pretty funny. What do we got here? Harmony, damage. Nah, we're rerolling. Armor, don't really care. Damage, we can go for better. It's just another move speed. I would rather get a multiplier than just... that's not a good one. Come on, game. Ooh, we like that. There we go. Pop that into a 7. I'm assuming that's physical damage towards... No, it might actually be physical damage that we do. Unless enemies' damage is categorized into physical and range damage, but I highly doubt that. So I'm guessing that our... Because the reason I'm saying it might come from enemy damage is because it's... The skill... The node is called Berserker's Rage, and typically in games in general, Berserkers tend to be characters that want to take damage. But I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just assume what's in the game is accurate. I'm okay. Okay, game. You're trying to tell me something. I'm listening. Yeah, so I'm very surprised at how quickly we got a build that seems to be, like, really strong. 15%? Okay, I'm taking the 15% move speed. Because I'm curious if anything changed in-game, besides, like, all the meta progression that we know changed, right? I'm wondering if numbers on the back end or even stats changed. Which we could easily compare, right? We could easily look at the base, obviously not right now, but we could look at the base numbers here and see if they're any different from before. Because, man, I remember jumping into Muspelheim, and it was like a bear. It was significantly harder, I remember, than Midgard, whereas this feels kind of like Midgard plus. There's a few enemies that are slightly different. But even that, like, I think that attack is the same as Midgard. I mean, yeah, I'm going to take a 75%. 75% is 75%. So I don't know. I'm wondering if they made it a little bit easier because they now have a scaling difficulty system. And so rather than... So maybe they, like, dumped an enemies' health pools and damage numbers or something like that. I would have to go back and try... Maybe we'll try Muspelheim after this. Where are we at? 33 minutes? Yeah, we can probably do that. Or actually... No, we'll probably do it in another video. Because I don't want to go too much longer over an hour for this one. Increase physical... I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep taking... Actually, no. Our damage is good enough at this point. I think I just want to find multipliers. I want to find high-level multipliers. I mean, it's 20% move speed, though. I'm just going to pop it down there. Because I remember when we were playing the first playtest that I did a lot of grinding off-camera because of how much more difficult it was than Midgard, and I remember needing to get my character meta progression up and get a lot of different, well, not nodes, but, you know, different stats from there. And now I have basically nothing. So I bet that must be the case. I bet there was like the internal difficulty settings were probably turned down, so that way you could scale them on your own. Where are we at for attack speed? Oh, we dropped significantly. Okay, I felt like our attack speed was... So maybe attack speed is... I have a feeling that attack speed is actually just Blood Veil. because otherwise it would be listed down here with skills. So I think this is only, attack speed is only affecting our basic attack, not skill cooldown. I would have to wager a guess. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Because if you look at daggers here, 0.54 cooldown, we definitely didn't drop it down that much. Hang on. Let's see if I can force myself to get hit. I have nowhere good to put this to at least get immediate good feedback. We could just put it on a 20%. That would be fine. Or attack speed. Let's put it here. Okay, so it's 0.54. Next time there's an AoE, I gotta stand in it, take some damage. Or can I just take damage here? Okay, we've gotten to a point where I do so much damage I literally can't get hit if I try. Unless it's from a range attack. Can somebody please hit me? Please hit me. I would like you to hit me. I'm trying to test something, and I would like to be struck. I guess we can check it the reverse way for damage. Right, now that attack speed is 220. Okay, yeah. Okay, so attack speed is cooldown. I don't remember what these numbers were before, but that cooldown is definitely different. Unless there's something else that perhaps is... Why is my movement speed negative? Unless I started under 100%. Unless there's something... Because there's no cooldown modifier, so I am assuming that attack speed is cooldown. But again, you guys can pause, go back, and probably... I mean, compare the cooldown. This is the one that I remember was 0.54. I don't remember the other ones. I get a very bad memory when it comes to, especially when it comes to remembering specific numbers. Which is why I tend to write everything down. Kind of got a little bit of like memento action going on in my head. Ooh, we got Odin? Oh, right. I don't think I can actually... Yeah, I can't actually fight Odin. I remember that. I remember we got to him in Muspelheim, and I was like, what the shit? How did I just die? Yeah, you literally can't beat Odin. He just comes in and insta-kills you. Probably because they don't have a final boss there yet. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, we come in here, so we leveled up, so we get 2 more points. So I do only have 5% armor. So let's see, we can go for extra dash amount. I will say the dash amount, the dash indicator, I'm not a huge fan of the way that it shows it. So we never really talked about it while we were playing, but if you go back, it's a circle above our head, and each dash takes a portion of the area of the circle. I kind of wish that it was just like individual dots, because it says an extra dash amount, but it's still recharging as it's going, so I didn't notice any... Maybe it's a difference in color, but right off the bat, I didn't notice what was indicating how many dashes you have left. It never really came up that, like, you know, if I didn't know I had a dash, all of a sudden I was screwed. It was just one of those things where I'm not sure I'm a fan of the way that they're showing how many dashes you have. And I do a small thing that I would like... I had kind of mentioned it before in the last playtest, was I would like to know how many points I need to go to each tier, right? So I think I'm wondering if it's 3. Because I can put one... Oh my god, did they... Wait, I don't think this was in the game where you could instantly swap. I think you had to reset. So, let's see. So if I do this... Okay, so it is 3. Which means that I have to put one in Quick Feet. Unless, can I put one here? Okay. So it looks like each tier is probably 3 points. Obviously, the downside is if you don't put a point here, you can't then go into here. which I think is fine. I kind of don't like these anyway. So I'm just going to go... Actually, I don't even have to go into well-fed. That's... Duh. I'll just go into more armor. And then from there, I can either go to sword damage, or I can go increase the range of the whirlwind attack. So, you know, if we're going more physical-based every time, which I don't think we necessarily will. I think I'm just going to go for sword damage. Because then we can go sonic boom. We can get projectiles with our sword. And that'll be pretty sweet. Yeah, so as far as anything else goes... Actually, let's take a look here. Yeah, so we got 2 of the divine... Oh, you know what kind of sucks then? Is because there's no second boss in... Oh, wait. We went to... Where do we go? We went to Helheim. Oh my god, my brain. I keep wanting to say... No, we went to Jotunheim. Okay, that's what I thought. I always confuse Helheim and Jotunheim in Nordlore. So, yeah, we didn't get any primordial pigment. We got divine pigment, but that is not it. Huh. That's okay. That's a little weird. Yeah, that's in Jotunheim. So why did we get divine pigment? Okay, anyway, maybe the system isn't perfect yet. I would assume we would have gotten the primordial pigment over the divine pigment. But either way, what I was going to say is that because Jotunheim does not have a second boss, you can keep going and leveling up your character, but unfortunately you're not going to get that progression. But I'm assuming that after this playtest, progress is probably going to be wiped again, perhaps. I'm not sure, because the way that it was working is that the demo... So the last playtest was technically a demo. This playtest has a totally different page and is a playtest. So I don't know how that works with Steam, if it's like 2 different versions. If you can have like 2... Or let me rephrase that. I don't think you can have one version of the game having 2 different pages. So you'd have to have a different version for like the demo page and the playtest page. So... I'm assuming regardless, because of this whole system and how this system changed over here, you would have to reset progress, but I'm not sure if progress will be reset in the future. But other than that, guys, that's where we're going to hold off on this one for today. We are definitely going to be playing this one more. We're going to go back in with the Huntress and play a different build. I'm going to see, let's take a look here at her. Yeah, I think this is different, because wasn't there a bear companion? I don't know. Oh, there's the bear companion. Okay, so maybe it is the same. It looks the same, so I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely going to be playing this one more. I do really enjoy this one. I was quite sad when the last playtest went away and when there, wasn't as much content as I wanted, but this one seems to have a bit more that we can kind of sink our teeth into, and we can do some harder runs and, yeah, unlock some more stuff. But guys, let me know what you think of the changes here for Asgard's Fall. Me personally, very excited as to where the game is going, but more importantly, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, if you did have fun, if you enjoyed your time here today, would you kindly smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action? But guys, for this one, I'm out of here. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.